Welcome to The Explainer. So, let's jump right into a huge myth out there. If you want a truly lucrative career, you've probably been told over and over that you absolutely have to learn how to code. Everyone says it, right? Learn Python, learn Java, become a software engineer. But what if you could build a massive, high-income career without ever touching a single line of code? Well, today, we're laying out the ultimate 2026 guide to high-income skills for non-programmers.
Okay, let's dive into this. Is coding actually necessary for a high-salary job? Short answer, absolutely not. No way. People always talk about coding because it's popular, not because it's the only option out there. And for today's reality check, we're actually pulling some great insights from JobSwami HR Solution. They regularly share incredibly practical career strategies, and a massive takeaway from them is that you absolutely do not need a tech degree to thrive financially.
Look at this shift. On the left, you've got this popular belief. Coding is the only path to a high-paying tech career. But on the right is the reality. High salaries are driven by value-creating skills, not just programming. It's really not about the technical degree you hold, it's about the tangible value you bring to a business. I mean, if you can solve problems, bring in revenue, or grow an audience, companies are going to pay you incredibly well, completely regardless of your ability to write code.
Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to hit digital and creative roles, people and revenue skills, data and soft skills, and finally, wrap it up with a concrete action plan. Let's get to it.
All right, Section 1, Digital and Creative Roles. This is all about building value in the creator economy.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that number right there, 15 plus LPA, or lakhs per annum. That highlights the massive salary potential for experienced professionals in this space. Every single company out there today desperately wants online growth, and you just cannot automate the human strategy required to achieve that. You might start around 3 LPA as a beginner, but with experience, this is the kind of high salary growth trajectory you're looking at, and again, completely free of coding.
So, the strongest non-coding skill driving that kind of salary? Digital marketing. We're talking SEO executives, social media managers, ad specialists. These folks are the absolute engine behind a company's online visibility. If a business isn't seen online, it practically doesn't exist. Think about the last time you bought something off an Instagram ad. That was an ad specialist at work. They're the ones driving traffic, managing the brand, and strategizing the ad spend to make sure the company actually grows.
Next up is content writing and copywriting. Writing is a massively high-demand skill that spans across blogs, ad copy, and website content. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Wait, what about AI? But the truth is, this skill is remarkably AI-proof. Why? Because truly persuasive writing relies on strategy and human empathy. AI can generate text for sure, but humans connect with humans. I mean, ChatGPT still hasn't quite figured out human sarcasm, right? That strategic creative edge is exactly why copywriters get paid so well.
Then there's UI and UX design, user interface and user experience. This is an entirely code-free field. You're living in tools like Figma, Canva, and Adobe XD. Your main focus here is creative problem solving. You are designing how software, apps, and websites actually look and feel, which is absolutely vital. We've all known the sheer frustration of an app where you literally can't find the checkout button, right? If the user experience is poor, the product fails, and you fix all of this visually without writing a single line of back-end code.
Rounding out this creative bucket is video editing and content creation. Look, the content economy is just exploding. There's an endless need for YouTube editing, Instagram Reels, commercial ad videos. And what's fantastic about this specific skill is that it opens doors to massive global freelance opportunities. You could be sitting anywhere in the world editing videos for clients globally.
Moving on to Section 2, People and Revenue Skills. This is where human-centered networking and income generation really shine.
This category is all about those deeply stable roles that rely entirely on human interaction. First up, HR and recruitment. Think HR executive, recruiter, talent acquisition. These roles remain highly stable regardless of whatever the latest tech trend is. Interviewing, understanding culture fit, hiring, these are deeply human processes. A machine just cannot effectively judge a candidate's passion or cultural alignment, and that makes HR a consistently safe, rewarding career path.
And then we have sales and business development. Honestly, this is arguably the highest income skill on our list. It's client handling, lead conversion, high-level negotiation. The reason sales professionals get paid so incredibly well is because they are the ones directly bringing revenue into the business. Plus, with commission structures, your earning potential is virtually unlimited.
Basically, if you know how to sell, you will literally never be out of a highly paid job. Let's move to Section 3 and see how this all builds. Data and soft skills. These are your multipliers for leadership and decision-making. These next skills aren't just jobs, they are massive career multipliers that push you directly into leadership. Now, let's clarify something huge about data analytics. You do not need advanced coding to be a data analyst. I promise. A basic level is often more than enough. If you can master tools like Excel and Power BI, your focus just becomes creating charts and extracting actionable insights. Because you're the one explaining what the numbers actually mean, this skill leads directly to high-level decision-making roles.
Right alongside data is communication and soft skills. This is hands down the most underrated high-salary skill in existence. Whether it's mastering your interview communication so you land the job in the first place, or delivering flawless client presentations once you're there, strong communication is the ultimate underlying skill. Whether you're pitching a client or asking your boss for a raise, better presentation almost always equals a better salary.
So the crucial point is, how do we get there? Section 4. The action plan, your roadmap to a code-free career.
Learning about the skills is one thing, but acquiring them is where the magic actually happens. And it really boils down to a super simple, realistic 3-step plan. Step 1, choose one specific skill to master. Don't try to learn SEO, video editing, and HR all at once. Just pick one. Step 2, practice that skill every single day. And Step 3, build a portfolio of real-world projects. Consistency is the true secret here. It's all about showing a potential employer or client exactly what you're capable of doing out there in the real world. I really want to leave you with this core thought. A high salary comes from value-creating skills, not just coding. Your focus has to be on value creation, which means the learning never stops. And I do want to give another quick shout out to JobSwami HR Solution, who provided the foundation for today's insights. They're just an incredible resource for jobs, AI tools, interview prep, and career guidance, explaining things in simple terms to help you grow in the right direction.
So now I've got to turn it over to you. Look at the skills we covered today. Digital marketing, copywriting, UI UX, video editing, HR, sales, data analytics. Which skill do you want to learn? What is going to be your personal high-income vehicle? Make a decision, take that very first step today, and start building your code-free career. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer.
Well,